Hi, this is Chris from LexicalNotebook.com. Today we are going to answer the question how to start your own vocabulary notebook. 7 tips to help you get started. Tip number 1. Choose a notebook. You can use any notebook you want to start your lexical notebook, as long as it's used just for this purpose. You cannot use the same notebook you used to take notes in class. It needs to be a more organized kind of notebook. Tip number 2. Divide it in parts. If you use a 100-page notebook, for example, you can use 5 pages for the index, 60 to 70 pages for vocabulary, and 25 to 35 pages for functional language. Functional language are ready-to-use sentences we need in day-to-day situations. Tip number 3. Add a number to each page. I know it's a lot of work, but it's the easiest way to keep your vocabulary notebook organized. I usually skip the first page so I can add a beautiful title later, and I write a number per page at the bottom of the page of my notebook. Tip number 4. Create an index. The index can be placed at the beginning or at the end of your notebook. I usually leave the last 5 pages for that purpose. I write the page numbers, 1 per line, so it's easier to reference the topics that I'm going to add to the notebook later. Tip number 5. Choose your tools. Choose the pens, markers, and pencils you're going to use in your project. Using the same pens and pencils and markers and the same colors helps a lot to keep your notes organized because it gives the same look to all your notebook. Tip number 6. Adopt a code. It can be a color code or not. I use a color code system in my notes. You can create your own if you like to use colors, because they help you identify, categorize, and remember information. If you don't like colors, you can use different pen tips, fine, extra fine, medium, to put different kinds of information. Tip number 7. Start writing. Choose a topic, write it at the top of the page, and start your notes. You can find topics in books, in your classroom notes, and you can create your own topics too. A good way to start is using concrete things like food or free time activities. If you want to learn more, subscribe to our channel, Lexical Notebook. See ya! Bye bye!